Okay, hello, and welcome back to another episode of Queuing for Steam, the show where I look at what's on Steam's discovery queue and rate it based on my own personal preferences and biases. I haven't done one of these in quite some time, in all due fact, and even more so, I haven't actually uploaded anything much onto my channel lately. That's mostly because I've just been so fucking lazy, and I haven't really had any motivation to do so or put anything up. I've been trying to upload videos, but sometimes my internet connection is just really crappy at the moment. But okay, I'm gonna try and fix that and motivate myself to try and put up more videos. So let's start off this queue and let's see what comes up today. Alright, Lego Worlds. In a galaxy of procedure worlds made entirely from Lego bricks, you will explore environments filled with adventure and alter them. Discover secrets and treasures and play with them. Create your own models and make a world of your own. Why are there all these question marks? It doesn't make any fucking sense. They're asking questions. No, in Lego Registered Worlds, it's up to you to finish the rest of the sentence. It's an interesting looking game. It has like a very obviously Minecraft-y sort of block world aesthetic, but except instead of blocks, it's all Lego bricks and such. And the interesting thing is you get to actually design characters and vehicles and all kinds of things, buildings, etc., using the Lego bricks and then port them into your worlds, build and stuff. Currently, it also is an early access as well, and you can shape the world and stuff like that as well. Create weird looking environments, etc. It looks fairly promising, though I must say, with Minecraft already as big as it is, I don't know how much this is really going to muscle in on that territory. It's a bit late to the game. There's already been Minecraft and numerous clones of that out. I guess it has the draw of being um, Lego as such, and it has that familiarity. But well, it is currently reviewed as very positive. There are 90% of ratings, 90% of users have read it, positively rated it, of which there's 1,400 reviews, which is quite a bit. So, well, it seems to be promising, even if it is early access, though it is at the price tag of $15. Um, I'm not entirely sure. I mean, I myself have played Minecraft a little bit, and I don't see all that much really interesting about it. And I don't know if this has a survival aspect to it, like the way Minecraft did, or if this is just literally a creative thing. Sports, everywhere else. Okay, there is a little bit of thing, but it's mostly just a creative building tool, as far as it looks like. You can also integrate real life Lego sets and stuff into it, which is an interesting thing to a degree. Warner Brothers, whether or not you want to give them any money is also debatable. They're a bad company for video games. I don't know. Early access. I think I'm gonna wait for it to. Yeah, I'm gonna follow this one and see what kind of developments it has, but I'm not really interested at the moment. Yeah, I'm gonna wait till it actually finishes out of early access and see if it really grows in spec. Okay, Ark Survival Evolved. As a man or woman stranded naked, freezing, and starving on a mysterious island, you must hunt, harvest, craft items, grow crops, and build shelters to survive. Use skill and cunning to kill or tame and ride dinosaurs and primeval creatures roaming the land, and team up with hundreds of players or play locally. You have a hugely long sentence there. That entire thing is one sentence. You could have changed some of those commas to periods instead. It would have flowed a lot better. Instead, I have to actually read that in all one go. But okay, grammar Nazi aside, It is a mixed game, mixed reviews. 64% of the 2,168 reviews of this game are mixed. Only 64% of them are positive. I mean, some interesting crab creatures. Oh, weird implants or something. You fight dinosaurs. I've seen a little bit of this game as actual footage though. This all here largely looks like bull shots, but I mean, no, it wasn't actually this game. So excuse me, it was the Hunter Primeval or the Hunter Dinosaur Hunter, I think it was called actually. It's a Jurassic version of or a dinosaur version of that game called The Hunter, a free-to-play game where it's a hunting simulator. This is something completely different. It actually looks somewhat like the forest, but with dinosaurs instead of cannibals, etc. Um, contain dinosaurs. Maybe that actually is in game. It's difficult to say when there's no HUD. I know there are some survival games where there's literally no fucking HUD. There's a dragon, jeez. Oh, that's kind of a weird thing from evil. Giant scorpions are alright. Although actually riding a giant scorpion, whether or not it'll sting you, is kind of a silly thing. Although, okay, debate about whether or not those are bull shots aside, it is an early access game. It is currently on sale, but it is usually $30, so that's a bit high for its early access. Usually, like the last one I just examined, they're about $15 or so roughly. Geez, $30 for an unfinished game. And this one isn't even very well rated. I don't know, I haven't really seen all that much actual gameplay. And that's one of these usual survival games, although it has the unique aspect of dinosaurs and turning them into mounts and rideable. Potentially looks like building construction, etc. Though Rust has that. I don't know. There's just so many damn survival games on freaking early access. I don't think I can recommend this one unless it does something really drastically later on. Oh, hatred, indeed. The game everyone freaked out about and turned out to be just actually rather average. Average top-down or like isometric shooter, which I actually say it has a really nice aesthetic. This whole sort of washed out grey shades Sin City look to it. It has little bits of elements of color here and there in a SimCity style. Like perhaps they punctuate. It's well, one person said how that they had terrible art style. And I fully disagree with them. I think it's rather quite nice because it's like reflecting on the main character. He's sick of life. He's sick of thing, and everything's grey and jaded. He's jaded with life. But then you get these little elements of color and shit that just pop and bloom out, especially with police sirens and fire. Those are like the little exciting parts still left in his life, etc. At least I can assume, taking a metaphorical look at it, explosions, etc. Police sirens. They're the small splashes of color and life still left in what he feels is his life has, and it's mostly consumed with murder and killing and murder sprees. Which I don't know. It doesn't look a bad game really. It also the only other thing I think is it lacks motivation and direction really. I mean, one other thing is the game literally these potentially are actually all bull shots. I mean, you do get executions like that. I've seen gameplay in this. You do execute people and all that stupid crap, which is so terrible. But yeah, Mortal Kombat is fucking vicious, and then you can do the exact same thing in Grand Theft Auto pretty much. But there is no actual HUD for any of these scenes. With the top down, it's very interesting. Unless it's like screenshots from the developers one where they've turned off the HUD, but they could potentially be bull shots. But The game itself does look pretty much like that. So graphical fidelity, it pretty much matches up, I'd say. Maybe, I don't know if it maybe exactly, but it's close to that at least. And, well, no, so going back to it, it may get a bit boring actually, the spree killings, because you're just running around shooting civilians, and then as more civilians, more havoc occurs, the higher level of difficulty you get. Going from regular cops to SWAT to heavier SWAT to FBI to National Guard eventually coming at you, and you literally just get ripped to pieces. And there's very little motivation to carry on going, because there's no story almost pretty much whatsoever. I don't know if Hatred Guy really gets any kind of story to him or anything like that. I mean, there's an interesting thing where there's sewer. I haven't seen any gameplay in the sewer, but I have seen mostly in the towns and suburbs. Yeah, unless there's later on there's some kind of story. But as far as I know, it's just he's the crazy guy who kills people because he hates life and he's jaded as fuck and whatever. But yeah, mostly rated very positive, which is kind of funny. Of the wow, it's actually just recently come out and it's already got 1,713 reviews, most of which people are highly rating it as 83%. So it's not bad. It's not a bad game. Yeah, $20. That's not too pricey, but I don't know if it's really worth it with just the amount of play you get out of it. Because, like I said, there's eventually it just gets boring. You're doing the same humdrum thing of killing people and then killing cops until you eventually die yourself, or if you kill enough people, you complete the level. I don't know. I mean, other than also the physics engine is quite amazing. The whole destructibility of buildings, just being able to shoot a wall and it all collapses and all junk is flying everywhere. Or if you can get into a car, which those cars don't last very long if you're being shot at by cops, but if you're able to get a car up to like high speed, you smash through a building and rip through all the walls and stuff, it looks pretty good. But as to really that being a selling point of the game, I don't know. Actually, I haven't read it. Hatred is a violent twin-stick shooter in which you take the role of the antagonist, and so that's what his name is. Fighting against all of humanity. Okay, so not a great explanation, but a twin-stick shooter is kind of apt. Yeah, but he's pretty much a key kills. Yeah, and then there's Postal, which does the exact same thing with a good couple of years before this one. Literally does the exact same thing. Yeah, 3.5 or 3/4 inch. Not an inch. It just says 3/4 isometric view. It's basically the exact same thing. You go around killing people and whatnot. What a negative review saying. Poor character writing, bad AI, terrible optimization, really spoiled the game that could have been a good isometric stick shooter. No outrage about the thing. It's kind of fun. It's funny. You can kill people four different ways over and over again. You gotta shoot them basically, and then the executions, which have about 2 or 3 canned animations. Entertaining, at least 30 minutes. It's new and controversial. Graphics are plus minus. Lag spikes every 5 seconds. Disgusting camera placement. Oh yeah, because you can get sometimes really weird stuff where you get stuck behind walls and the whole walls don't go transparent so you can see your character. It's a weird thing I've seen. Unresponsive controls, sound freezes up a lot, unbelievably stupid AI. I've seen that from some civilians and cops and stuff. You'll start shooting and the civilians will get panicked and they'll run towards you, even though you're the guy shooting them, which will never happen in real life unless you're a really stupid person. Buy and less full price. Get it for half price, never full price. Yeah, I probably would actually recommend that as well. Probably isn't worth $20 at the moment unless they bring out some kind of expansions, free expansions, or just add more extras to the game. I do kind of want it, just to play through it and see what the heck, if it really deserves its fuss, which it looks like it doesn't actually. Yeah, it garnered such a fucking hubbub about it, and it really is not really deserving of that notoriety. It's quite funny. But yeah, I'd probably pick it up on sale, half price, $10 or even less. Yeah, I wanna wait for that. Skullgirls. Skullgirls is a fast-paced 2D fighting game that puts players in control of fierce warriors in an extraordinary dark deco world. It has like this overall art deco look, this evil kind of, featuring all new game system which tests the skills of veteran fighting game fans and also making the genre enjoyable and accessible to newcomers. Overwhelmingly positive, 95% of 6,000 reviews. Jeez, that's quite nice. I mean, it is, it's from what I've heard, it's a really good fighting, responsive fighting game that has a quirky kind of art style. I don't know much about the story. I think there's an interesting kind of story that's similar to, in a way, to like Soul Edge or Soul Calibur. The Soul Blade, I think, was actually Soul Edge is an actual weapon within the Soul Calibur, Soul Blade franchise. But yeah, there's like this someone who's like a master combatant or something, and then everyone fights against them to eventually challenge this person to inherit this power or whatever. That's crazy, makes you crazy. So now powerful, etc. Um, but otherwise, yeah, no, it has a really cool art style. I think it's an old female cast actually, hence why it's called Skullgirls. And there's some interesting characters. The one even looks like a old school style Disney Steamboat Willie kind of like style character. Some weird stuff going on in it. I already have it apparently. Oh no, that's a play for free weekend. Uh, I don't own the game, but I kind of do want it. Ooh, it's really good to pick up right now, this weekend at least. Oh no, Midweek Madness, excuse me. During this time period, probably the fourth of June onwards. Ending the 8th of June is probably good to pick up, especially for $3. Pretty much when it's usually $15. And then there's multi packs if you want to give to a friend, and there's also was it now add-on characters as well, which are pretty good, I guess. Oh, one of them is actually free. Oh, there's actually a male character available. So is that a character? Not a male character. I'll probably swap which man my phone or anything, but I mean, considering that 99 cents or $1, pretty much, that's not too bad. Uh, oh, Minette is the one that's this fish girl or everyone or certain people rage about not being an actual playable girl. Yeah, I don't know. There's very little I can say about it. Although, I mean, I'm not so good at fighting games, especially how I tried to play Mortal Kombat X, and it felt horrible to me. I just don't know why they screwed it up. It just feels terrible. Um, Probably below that's half of it because of input lag on my machine and the machine just not being up to snuff to run it properly. I think or all background processes probably the way you need some crap. But I don't know. I need to probably play this. I think because it seems to be a much more responsive, like Twitch-based like combat or fighting game, and with such an overwhelming positive, was now not infamy, but notoriety. Those are negative connotations, but no, with such a good praise. Yeah, that's probably a good phrase. Praise. Um, I think I should really play this, and it's definitely worth getting, especially right now. So I definitely would recommend that. Okay, BeamNG.drive. Okay, it looks like a racing sim with a what was it now 3 wheels. Oh no, that's even a van version of the Robert Reliant. Yeah. Oh jeez, only wheels and horses. A dynamic soft body physics vehicle simulator capable of doing just about anything. You explained literally nothing. So, this has come out quite a little while ago, and 95% overwhelmingly positive user reviews. Yeah, 670 user reviews. That's pretty good for like a simulator, but yeah, it's got some interesting crashing effects and stuff. But I don't know. Other than just a sandbox, early access game, I just noticed now. Because there's also the other one, car game, Test Drive. Oh no, not Test Drive. Those are serious car games. But there's the next car game or something it's called. That one looks fairly good as also in the same respect of it being a realistic racing simulator sandbox tool. I just really okay. Yes, yeah, the collection on you. Don't think I can recommend it. How much? Especially do $25. I mean, it's not 30. It's not 15 even. Though. And I don't see other than it looking really pretty and the whole sandbox test bed thing, especially damage models and stuff. I don't really see much use in it and much be really sinking that much time into it being really worth it. Elite Dangerous. Take control of your own starship in a cutthroat galaxy. Elite Dangerous brings gaming's original open world adventure, Elite, tuned into the modern generation with a connected galaxy involving narrative and evolving narrative, and the entirety of the Milky Way recreated in its full galactic proportions. Very positive, 80% of the 2,500 user reviews. Very positive, 80%. Although it is $60. I mean, it is a huge, expensive world, and you get really cool looking ships. Although there is microtransactions from what I've heard inside of it, so buying custom decals and crap like that might cost you even more money on top of the $60 price tag. Which sounds kind of bullshit to me. Although man, it does look pretty. But a lot of the game I've heard is just flying around, traveling from sector to sector. If you take on the role of like a trader, because these being rendered screenshots and these being in game, because you get the full dashboard and everything, which is quite interesting. Yeah, because you can be like a fighter or a trader or a pirate or I think even possibly a miner. From what I've heard, you can like drill away at asteroids and stuff. And you can do exploration where you go places, you find new things and stuff like that. Salvager and stuff. There's many different roles which themselves could possibly turn into the same kind of thing depending on really how the game involves you with them. I don't know, $60 though. I'm not inclined to actually pay big money nowadays for games, even if they got almost limitless content or playtime to them. This might. Yeah, I've heard it's pretty good, and I kind of do want to play it because I have played Wing Commander before, and those have been quite fun kind of games. Free Space was another one I think I played a little bit of, not too much though. But yeah, they were quite cool space combat games with a similar type aspect to them, although there's like more arcade in a way. I think this one is maybe bordering on simulation more than arcade, but yeah, no, I'd like to play it, just not at that price. I'll wait for it on sale. Yeah, especially with it being very positive. Killing Floor 2. 6-player co-op Z slaughtering mayhem and early access so we can get the gameplay balance perfectly to ensure the maximum amount of fun and blood and guts. Dot and blood and guts. What you ending to? To ensure the maximum amount of fun, blood and guts. There should have been a comma and no and. You wrote that wrong. And also, but they keep harping, especially one other thing I've seen as well about Killing Floor. They keep harping on about being in early access and stuff, which, yeah, I know, and it's possibly one of the few games I would like to actually buy while in early access. Don't know about buying it $30. And really, the digital deluxe edition doesn't really have a whole lot more extra. I mean, from what I know, the digital deluxe just gives you like a new character, some extra things. And I think it actually gives you the original game of which I've already got, so that makes it completely useless to me. So I don't think I would ever really buy the digital deluxe version. Also, the fact that I've heard if you own the original game, you'll get two retro characters, which is kind of a good bonus in a way, sort of, for interesting character for purchasing it. Well, I don't know whether or not that carries on after early access, but it looks quite fun and it's really like cool looking. I must say, although that might not be really a good selling point for a game, but yeah, very positive. 94% of the wow, already 8,865 reviews. That's pretty good. But I mean, it really does look good. Potentially the only other downside is because of the slow rate in which they're adding new characters like the Firefly they're adding in as well. Being I think the next big update, unless they've actually heard of it already. No, they're still doing feedback and stuff. It's possibly burning out on the game before really it delivers the goods. They get boring, but I mean they are adding in new monsters too, and like I said, new classes, new weapons. So hopefully it'll remain interesting throughout its early access period, building period. But I think I would only really perhaps purchase it on sale. Not even really for $30. Well, I'm a cheapo like that. I'll fully agree to being called a miser. It's fine. When you don't actually have a job and you're employed, what can you say? I I would recommend it, but like I always say, on sale probably for 15 or less in its teens. Yeah. Okay, Hyperdimension Neptunia Rebirth 2 Sisters Generation. Could you make that title any longer, please? Oh, jeez. Okay. Gaming industry has been taken over by a new threat, and the CPU is nowhere to be found. It's up to the younger sisters to help to step into the spotlight and save the day in this hilarious, deeply cut, couple of mine customizable RJRPG. Blah 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 words I can't speak. Very positive, 96% of very small 436 reviews, though it's sort of recently new and it's a very niche title, so yeah, that's why it's going to be a small amount. Lots of people were praising it, and I've even heard good things about the other Hyperdimension Neptunia games, but looking at them, they kind of look like a seriously moe kind of chibi version of like the later Final Fantasies, where yeah, all your characters stand on this battlefield and you can move them around the crap, which I'm not a big fan of personally. After seeing half of that combat try and play out, I just turn off. Ugh. If it had just the older style where it's like a possibly it's isometric locked camera and it doesn't swirl around and do stupid garbage like in later Final Fantasies, then yeah, I might be quite interested in this. But I probably would really invest my time into something else like Auguras War or what is it, Auguras? Yeah, I think yeah, Auguras. There's been other ones I've talked about in previous episodes, so I think I'd probably invest my time in those more. So, though it is currently on sale for this time period, it's only for limited today. is usually the $30. There is a couple of DLCs. They are rather cheap DLCs though. They probably are not very increased level cap. 300 level cap? What? Okay, some games are just insane. And there's extra DLC missions, DLC items. I don't know. I'm not too sure. It just doesn't look appealing to me in my set. Yeah, it just doesn't look appealing to me. I'm afraid. I'm gonna have to go non-interested. Even though, yeah, people have praised it, but Tree of Life. Okay. Sandbox MMORPG in a massive world. Explore, settle with thousands of other players. We unfold a new world where you can do whatever you like. Okay. Overwhelmingly positive 96% of wow, okay, 2,800 user reviews or so. 27th of May. It's been out for quite a while, and lots of people have purchased this. I've not even heard of this. It was Kickstarted or something. It's early access as well, which I'm not too sure. I mean, that's probably the character building. You can also select screen. Yeah, characters. Sparse deserts. I don't know. It looks kind of weird. The character building that looks like actual real game. Unless there's an extra button, so anything that people shot. Pre-rendered devs shots without the HUD possibly. I don't know. I hear next to nothing of this, and for it to be overall positive is a bit weird. I don't know. Look at this. Settler level access. There's differently different access levels. And you can upgrade from settler to adventurers to excuse me, two different entry. The game is usually $20, but settler adventure bundle is $25. I don't know what that really gives you above the extra $5 really does. The upgrade is kind of crap, so you might as well really go for the adventure, I guess. And then, yeah, you can buy a settler pack for friends. What does? Oh, so the adventure pack just gives you two extra hairstyles for each race, one for each race. No, not race, gender. Excuse me. Additional item slots. So an extra bag basically. Cool. The world created by the player. So it's an MMO where you basically build this thing just like Minecraft in a way, but it doesn't have a rocky looking environment as rolling hills, etc. I wonder if you can actually tell us you can terraform it. If you can build the world, apparently. Because then that literally is it's just like Life is Feudal or Reign of Kings. That's an MMO to a degree where you can build the world. I don't know. It just has a cutesy, semi Pixar-esque art style. I don't know. I haven't heard anything about it. Even though it does say overwhelmingly good, I'm not sure if I really would have invested time into an early access MMO. It just sounds like every other kind of survival building crafting thing. Stonehearth. Okay, blocky looking game. Stonehearth is a game of exploration and survival. Great, another fucking one. In an epic fantasy setting, build your town, care for your earthlings, and defend against marauding invaders. Very positive. Gear 137 reviews, though it is 99% positive rating. Those just come out 3rd of June, so not many people bought it yet because it's just newly come out. this kind of a lot of things. It's got a very blocky kind of what was the game? Block World? What's it called? Yeah, Block World kind of look to it. I don't know. It's another early access MMO, so semi-MMO crafting, building, survival game. Which great, hundreds of those. How is this one any different to anything else other than just a semi-unique art style? Build growing city. Okay, so there's a city aspect, a city management aspect to it. Where you level up settlers and stuff. Do you directly control them, or is it more of a god game? Supports modding, which is a good thing. Helps with settlers. So it also sounds like it's a better version of Towns to a degree. From what I've seen, it looks like a god game where you select things, tell them to build and stuff like that. Or maybe you set and you plonk things down and then they build it on their own. I don't know. Looking at the menu there. The map. Well, but it's a different type of aspect, or not aspect. It's actually perspective of the building, crafting, survival genre. Looks kind of interesting. Yes, thinking about it, dwelling on it. Didn't see like what you accept quests and stuff like that from PCs and things, or on behalf of like your community, etc. It might be actually kind of good, but not sure. Yeah, especially for $25, it's on sale or anything at the moment. I don't know. I just want to see how it pans out, maybe also with the early access. But right now, I don't think I'd really buy into it unless it's really heavily discounted. Okay, Heroes of Might and Magic Heroes 7. Yeah, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. Here, Might and Magic Heroes. It used to be called Heroes of Might and Magic, I'm so sure. 7 takes a triumphant return, bringing to the essence of turn-based strategy gaming, set in advanced universal RPG progression, strong story narrative. You will embark on a journey that you'll never forget. Release date. Oh, it hasn't yet come out. It's just to be released. You can pre-purchase it for $50. That's interesting. Or the deluxe version, which is $60. Meh. I mean, looking at it, it's definitely in game, I assume. Definitely in game. Game is hard. It's got a grid-based system where you could actually fight battles, like the previous Heroes games. I don't know. I mean, especially that I've been playing a bit of Age of Wonders 3 recently. I don't know if this really measures up because that has like a hex-based grid system for combat, and then it has a hex-based overworld map. Which, looking at this is just a free roaming thing, and then you go into like Final Fantasy style, like random encounters, and then you fight on a grid-based system like this. I think maybe is that what it is? I don't know. And there's not much. I mean, you just want managing your one hero as they travel along. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I think I don't know if this can really compete with stuff for 4X games like Age of Wonders 3 or the previous Age of Wonders games, but really 3 is kind of better at them at the moment. And then there's stuff like Endless Legend as well, which I've heard good and bad things about. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of the Heroes games either, or Might and Magic games. I guess if you are, you probably buy into this and stuff. So I would probably wait till it gets released, and even then I would wait till there's some reviews out to it and they praise or damn it, depending. I'm going to go not interested because. And the last one for today, Project Cars, the game I mentioned a while ago. No, it's not the next car game. This one's different. Project Cars. Well, it looks like Toka Racing. No, not Toka. I mean Gran Turismo with its hyper-realistic fidelity. Some interesting, cool damage modeling there, but it's generally just a simulator. And I don't like racing simulators. I like arcade racers. It's amazing. It's a screenshot, but might not really be in game. These are all pre-rendered and could potentially be. I not seeing a HUD. It's like that same second, wasn't it? Project Gotham Racing? No, was it that new one that came that was like being touted for the Xbox One, and then it had microtransactions up the ass in it and stuff like that. When the first trailers came out for that, that was all pre-rendered. It was bullshit, all bullshots. Yeah. What are they calling those kinds of trailers nowadays? Spoilers. I don't know what the fuck. They weren't a true trailer. It was bullshit. This one, the same here. I mean, the only potential one that could be in game is this because there's would probably reflect the HUD as in car like actual dashboard controls and stuff. Not into simulators. Also $50. I don't know. I wouldn't even get it on sale just because I don't like racing simulators. I'm more into the arcade racers myself. So unless you're a diehard fan who has a driving wheel, I wouldn't recommend it. Finish. And that is our discovery queue for today. I will possibly try and squeeze in some more because these ones are somewhat easier for me to do. And I don't know if I really get all that many views on them or if anybody really cares. But I think I'm trying to get up some more video, gameplay video, possibly doing more Project Zomboids, Zombie Army, or even getting some XCOM in because the recent XCOM announcement has got me really pumped for going back and actually properly playing that and finishing Enemy Within. So you might see some of those popping up on my channel if I can get motivated, which I need to. I will. Okay, so then see ya.